Alright, so you decided to become a tiger. An excellent choice for the resume. On the skills, you've got apex predator. On the work experience, you've got millions of years of evolutionary dominance. Sounds impressive. But let's be honest, you didn't exactly earn this job. You're a nepo baby. You just slide out of your mother, and boom, you're on the payroll. Next to you, your sister appears another specialist hired through connections. You're both blind, deaf, and completely useless. Your first day on the job consists of lying still and trying not to bother the adults. 3 weeks pass and you finally get your security clearance, your eyes open. Your mother leads you to a corporate event at the local water hole. You copy her, trying to drink the water and not the mud. And that's when you meet your first competitor, a young crocodile. Its eyes say, "I'm here to take your job," by eating you. Your mother signals for you to back off. But she stays. She doesn't run. She provokes him. This is your first lesson in corporate ethics. Sometimes the best way to eliminate a rival is to make them do something stupid. The crocodile crawls onto the bank, and at that moment, corporate security, in the form of your mom, shuts the issue down. She snaps its neck and drags it aside. Lesson learned. Your mom is the most dangerous employee in this company, and your main goal for the foreseeable future is to stay off her bad side. You're 6 months old. You're an intern, full of enthusiasm, but with zero practical skills. Your mother shows you how to stalk deer. You try so hard to be stealthy that you step on the loudest twig in the entire forest. Crack. The herd vanishes. The whole team goes without lunch because of you. Your mother gives you a look that says, "You're fired from my heart for the next couple of hours." Later, you decide to show some initiative. You see a bird and set up an ambush. Your plan is genius. The execution is terrible. You jump, you miss, you stumble, but in the end, purely by accident, you catch it. You bring it to your mother like your first successful project. She looks at your catch, then at you, and her expression clearly reads, "Well, it's something." Emboldened by success, you pounce on the next rustle in the bushes. But it's not a bird, it's a porcupine. It's a walking lesson on the topic. Not everything that moves is a target. You get a paw full of quills. Your mother silently pins you down and begins a painful extraction surgery using her teeth. You realize that career growth in these jungles is painful. Very painful. You're a year old. You're no longer an intern, but a junior specialist. Your playful fights with your sister are turning into fierce competition for the future head of department position. One day, she nearly chokes you out, and your mother has to jump in and break you up. You're not cubs anymore. You're two wolves of Wall Street, ready to tear each other's throats out for a bigger share of the family business. You take a walk to cool off and run into a sloth bear. Your brain, full of youthful arrogance, screams, "This is a promotion." You attack. The bear, who's clearly several rungs above you on the corporate ladder, explains your mistake using its claws and teeth. You're saved by your sister, who rushes in screaming, "Only I get to humiliate him." Together, you fight it off. That night, licking your wounds, you realize that sometimes you have to team up with your most hated colleague just to avoid being eaten by the market. You're 2 years old. The family business starts pushing you out. Your mother only takes your sister on hunts. You're left behind in the office. It's not just a hint, it's a direct instruction to get out. One day, she simply leaves with your sister, and you're left all alone. Your trial period is over. You're self-employed now. Tiger, Incorporated. No startup capital, no investors. Your first independent projects are failures. You attack a deer, but like an inexperienced startup, you get knocked flat on your ass. You starve. Eventually, you find a carcass left by someone else basically. You're reduced to scavenging, which is humiliating for an apex predator. But then, a corporate raider shows up, a huge, old tiger. He doesn't say a word, he just stares. And you know your business is about to be hostily taken over. You drop everything and run for your life. You're 3 years old. You're a survivor, but a better freelancer. You've learned the most important rule of business. Choose the right partners and the right enemies. You see a pack of wild dogs cornering a deer. It's not your fight, but it is your opportunity. You don't rush in. You wait for the dogs to get tired and the deer to weaken. And at the most chaotic moment, you step onto the stage. Your roar isn't just a sound. It's a statement. There's a new player in the game. The dogs are shocked. You use the confusion to grab the main asset, the deer, and retreat before they realize what happened. You didn't fight, you thought. And for the first time in a long time, you're full. You're 5 years old. You're strong and experienced. You're no longer just Tiger Incorporated. You're a respected player in the market. You meet a female. But a competitor immediately appears. And instead of a bloody battle, you do what you've learned to do. You play poker. You don't attack. You stand your ground and you roar. Your roar says, I'm crazy. I'm willing to go all in. Are you? Your rival looks at you, assesses the risk, and folds. He leaves. The territory and the female are yours. You won not with strength, but with a bluff. You're 10 years old. Midlife crisis. You're the king, but the crown is heavy. You've become lazy, overconfident. To prove to everyone and yourself that you've still got it, you take on the riskiest deal of all, a buffalo hunt. It's successful, but it comes at a great cost. You get a wound that will remind you of this day for the rest of your life. You're still the king, but now you're a king with a chronic illness that's chipping away at your strength. An ambitious leopard intern tries to steal your kill. You fight him off, but the effort is immense. You're 12 years old. You're an old, ailing king in retirement. Every day is a struggle. And then you see the perfect chance for an easy win. A lone young deer. Easy points, you think. You sneak up, you pounce, knocking it down. But the youth are bold, brazen, and apparently have been taking self-defense classes. The deer scrambles up with a furious kick. Its antlers slam right into your old aching wound. The pain is immense, but this time it's different. It's not just physical pain, it's the pain of your ego, which has just been gored. The deer shakes you off like dust from its shoulder and runs away, leaving you lying in the dirt. You lie there, humiliated, defeated, bleeding, pride. And in that moment of silence, you have an epiphany. You think, what the hell was all that for? All that fighting for territory, those battles with competitors, those risky deals with buffaloes. For what? To end up getting fired by some hipster deer? For the first time in years, you feel calm. The burden of being king has been lifted from your shoulders. 1 year passes. You've changed. You're no longer the CEO of the jungle. You've embraced the downshifting life. You've grown a bit of a ballet. You have become a genius opportunist. You're sitting in the bushes, watching. A young, strong, and dumb tiger, full of testosterone, is trying to pull off your old buffalo trick. He attacks, and a bloody mess ensues. You watch with a smirk, like a veteran investor watching a rookie pour money into a pyramid scheme. While the young idiot is sustaining career-ending injuries, you make your move. You notice a leopard, taking advantage of the noise, has quietly killed a boar nearby. You approach the leopard, you don't roar, you don't attack. You just give him your heavy, tired stare that says, "Kid, I've been through hell you can't even read about. Hand over the boar, and we'll both pretend this conversation never happened." The leopard, not being a fool, leaves the kill and walks away. You take the boar and retreat to your den for a quiet dinner. The moral? Being king is the most stressful, overrated, and stupid job in the world. It's a constant struggle, pain, and the risk of being humiliated by some deer. The real victory in evolution isn't climbing to the top. The real victory is realizing the entire corporate ladder is bullshit, climbing down and learning how to get all the perks without any of the effort. Because the real top of the food chain isn't the one who kills the buffalo. It's the one who dines on boar steak without getting a single scratch. Welcome to retirement. It's beautiful.